So I'm going to talk about intention, weak intention, strong intention, and what is intention, and possibly how it can be cultivated. So today, as it stands, I believe that this world is made up of intention. And intention is you know, it's it's what keeps us moving. Intention is thought. Every thought is an intention. Intention is what allows us to take action and to change and to manifest things in our lives. So, sometimes I struggle with intention, but it's not a matter of not having intention, it's just a matter of having intention in the wrong places and not having a strong enough intention. Because I can have intention, but then I have doubt right after it. It's this constant weak intention, right? It's the prefrontal cortex just fighting itself and fighting the subconscious, if that makes sense. But it's not deep, it's not strong. And I think it's so confusing to me what is, not what is strong intention, but how does that arise? Is it just by grace that intention is strong? I made a wand last week. That was a very strong intention. There was no doubt in my mind of what I was doing, how I was doing it, and it turned out amazing. Now I want to make another one. Because at the time, I didn't feel like I had a choice of what I was making it for. It already had a purpose. But now I want to be making one with a specific purpose in mind ahead of time, and I can't force it. That's how it feels. So it's like I want to find a way to be able to cultivate strong intention on demand. That's what I want. Because if I were to able to do that, then I could really change my life. Um, and I think even fear and doubt can be boiled down to intention. I think everything can. It's just a way to look at it. Because intention is just belief or disbelief. But productive intention is belief, and that's what manifestation is. So it's this weird balance in my life of not forcing change, but also having power to change. I have a lot of things in my life I need to change. I don't want to just sit around and wait for that to happen, wait for the opportunities for that to happen, or wait for the opportunities to make that happen for myself. That's what I'm saying. I want to sit right now and be able to make change. And I'm still unclear on how that works. Which approach is more true. I have this wand. This is the example. So I have this wand I found. Well, I found it, and I knew from the start it was special. And I'm gonna make it into a wand. It already is very loaded up with energy, but it doesn't have a strong intention. It doesn't have a strong use and a strong purpose. And I have ideas, but I think part of intention is choosing. It's choosing. I'll put this. Part of intention is saying yes. So if there is doubt in your mind, then you haven't committed to it, and it just gets in the way. So one of my ideas for this one was to have it be an intention wand to solve this very problem I'm talking about. I could use it to develop strong intention with things. So if I want to make a change with something, I use the wand. See, I don't know how it would work. And that's another thing with wands and manifestation. It needs to have a pathway. It needs to have a process along which it works. So maybe that's where the gap is. Maybe it's not that I can't create a strong intention on demand. It's more, it needs a backbone. But again, can you create that on demand? You know? These are just some thoughts. I just don't want to sit around and have my life pass me by without making change for myself. But I know deep in my heart that I can't force I can't force things. There's a relationship with the universe that I need to cultivate. It's not on my terms. That's complicated. I don't know. What should I use this wand for? When I first found it, I want it to be more action based, more useful than my last one. My last one was very beautiful, but it's more empowering than anything. I want this to actually manifest change. I think that's where it's hard for me to find something for it. Um, hmm. It's just I don't know. I'm thinking too hard about it. Oh, it's just so beautiful, though. I don't know. It's not ready yet. I'm not gonna force it. I also think there's something to be said. The more you think and think and think, the less you're actually open to hearing the opportunities in front of you. So tonight, what am I going to do? I should probably go to bed. That's also harder than it. It's hard for me. And then in the morning, what am I going to do? And tomorrow, what am I going to do? You know, I'm kind of just wandering. Because my intention is weak sometimes. Most of the time. I don't want to have a weak intention just wandering through life. I want to have strong boundaries and strong intention and know myself. Just strong intention. How important that is. That is so important. So let's talk about this. What gets in the way of strong intention? Because, like I said, strong intention is already in me. It's in everybody. But when it shows up, what shuts it down? What shuts down strong intention? Fear, addictions, doubt. Logic, even. You know, strong intention is, I'm gonna do this. Fear of failure shuts it down. Caring about what others think shuts it down. And how does it feel? You know, if I were to say, it's already shut down. If I were to say, after I'm done recording this video, I'm going to bed. Turning my lights off, and I'm going to bed. What shuts that down? Why not do it? Why not do it? It's a little voice in my head. Like, why not do that? What are you scared of? Fear, fear, fear. Fear shuts strong intention down. For me personally, it's this fear of not being right about the intention, not trusting the intention. What if I can't trust myself? And that sucks. But what if my intention is not trustworthy? That's what I say. That's basically what I say to myself. And I think that's okay. I think then comes the need for discernment, right? So say I have a strong intention. I'm going to bed after I turn this video off. And then the doubt comes in and says, is that a good idea? Can I trust that part of myself that thinks that's a good idea? That's okay. And then I need to be aware of that. And I could use logic. I can say, okay, is it a good idea? I can ask myself, like, why wouldn't it be a good idea? And the thing is, all this happens within the intention, within the awareness. So then once I answer that question, boom, there's no doubt, and I do it. Okay? Excuse me. I'm clearly tired. So I'm gonna go turn this video off and go to bed. No, I don't want to. Okay. Good night.